Right. Hi, my name's Nick, and I'm going to demonstrate some of the features of Maschine for you. Maschine is something new from Native Instruments. It's essentially a beat machine, groove machine, sampler, you name it, all in one that runs off of your computer. This piece that comes with it is just a controller, and everything's going to run off of your computer system and using your computer's sound card and all that, hard drives. We can pull sounds from the samples that come with it. You have 5 gigs of samples, a lot of drums, instruments, and things that come with it. Or you can pull off of an external source like an iPod, which is what I'm going to do. Here you can see the control surface is broken down into groups of 16 pads each. You have 8 groups to work with. So on the first one I'm going to pull up a sample. You see everything on the screen mirrors what's on here. Putting a sample from my iPod from the Sorgsky piece. Pictures at an exhibition. Alright. Once it's in, the waveform will pop up here. We can hear Okay. Once the sample's inside, we can chop it up either on the 16th note lines or any other sliced tempo lines, or we can hit transients and it will automatically slice according to the transients of the wave that comes in. It's okay if it's not perfect because we can edit the sample slice individually later. What I'm going to do now is erase what comes in there automatically, which is going to map it out the way it was, so I can put in my own patterns. Now, as you can see, this only takes up one of our pads, even though we have 16 different pads that correspond to it. We can zoom in by hitting the pad mode button. When we go back to our sampling page, we can see where each of the slices is and edit them individually. So from here we can edit anything you would in a regular sampler, like the trigger type. You can change all the envelope settings. I can turn on my Maschine for playback. I can turn it off really easily. Everything again is on the hardware. Once we have that in, we can mix it with some of the sounds that are inside a Maschine already. Drums, the drums in here are great. And it's all really easily organized on here. You just pick sample. I can say, alright, I want drums, I want a bass drum, or a kick drum. And then I have subtypes to make it even easier. So vinyl, there's a lot of good vinyl kits in here. Pull up a kick, I'll pull up a snare. Even percussion.
But we're very honest and truthful.
On each sample, I can change things like the tuning, start time, even reverse it, and I can play it back in, or I can go into step recording mode, which is great. I've always liked it since I got started doing this thing. Here you have 16 pads, which will show up as 16th notes, although you can change the grid size. So it'll play my old piece. Another cool thing about this is that, unlike something like most of the hardware drum machines that are out there, you have really easy access to the swing capabilities of it. You don't need to essentially guess like the other ones and put in a number, and if it's not right, undo it. You have a knob here. I can turn it and swing it more or less till I get where I want. You also have great effects on board with it. Everything you can think of: distortions, delays, reverbs, compressors. So let's check out some of them.
And you're not using anything external to other than the machine and its software to do this.
Right. And all of the effects parameters I have here for editing. Other than that, you can just kind of keep doing it over and over and over again until you get a sound you like. It's also worth mentioning that this can run as a standalone piece of software or as a VST instrument inside of any post-program, Cubase, Logic, Pro Tools, Ableton Live, Digital Performer, you name it.
And what software does it run on natively on the computer?
Anything. Mac, PC, Vista, OS X, Windows XP. I believe it'll do 64-bit.